David Gilmour is not a man who needed to scream to be heard. He never chased the spotlight or relied on dramatic gestures to assert his presence. In an era when rock often celebrated chaos, bravado, and technical display, Gilmour chose a different path, one defined by subtlety, patience, and emotional honesty. Every note he played carried a depth that words often fail to convey. His solo in Comfortably Numb is a prime example, a piece that silences audiences not through complexity alone, but through the power of feeling and restraint. Attention came to him not because he demanded it, but because his music resonated on a level that touched millions. This story traces the life of David Gilmour, exploring how a reserved, thoughtful musician became the emotional heart of Pink Floyd, and why his quiet approach continues to influence generations of listeners. Early life, a childhood of observation. David Gilmour was born on March 6, 1946, in Cambridge, England, a city rich in history and scholarship. His father, Dr. Douglas Gilmour, was a respected zoologist and lecturer, while his mother, Sylvia Wilson, worked as a journalist and later taught film studies. Growing up in a household that valued intellect and study, David was surrounded by ideas but often felt somewhat invisible in day-to-day family life. Conversations tended to revolve around academic topics, leaving little space for casual warmth or playful chatter. These quiet early years nurtured a reflective nature, encouraging David to observe and absorb the world around him. While not lonely in a conventional sense, he learned to find comfort in his own company, cultivating a rich inner life. This period laid the foundation for a lifelong preference for introspection and subtle expression, qualities that would later shape both his music and his approach to the world. School years, finding solace in music. During his school years, David Gilmour continued to feel slightly apart from his peers, neither fully conforming nor rebelling. He gravitated toward books, drawing, and music, finding refuge in creative expression over grades or social approval. At the age of 10, his mother gifted him a guitar, opening a door to a private world that would become central to his life. Without formal instruction, he taught himself through practice, radio, and instruction books, developing a unique voice that reflected both curiosity and patience. Music became more than a hobby. It was a sanctuary, a way to translate thought and feeling into sound. Alone in his room, David honed a style that balanced precision and emotion, learning early that power does not require volume. These formative experiences fostered an enduring sensitivity and emotional awareness that would define his artistic identity. Meeting Syd Barrett, a catalyst for growth. During art school, David Gilmour met Syd Barrett, a fellow student whose creativity and charisma would shape the early direction of Pink Floyd. Their bond was immediate, built on shared exploration of sound, improvisation, and musical philosophy. Barrett was flamboyant and unpredictable, while Gilmour offered steadiness and focus, providing a stabilizing presence within the partnership. Their collaboration was a balance of fire and water, blending spontaneity with thoughtful execution. Though Barrett's tenure in the band was brief, the influence of this friendship lingered, and David absorbed lessons in musical expression, experimentation, and the emotional resonance of sound. Their connection highlighted Gilmour's ability to complement and support others, an approach that would define his contributions to Pink Floyd. He learned to create beauty, not through dominance, but through listening, patience, and emotional attunement. Navigating internal tensions. As Pink Floyd evolved, tensions occasionally surfaced, particularly between Gilmour and Roger Waters, whose conceptual, politically charged vision sometimes diverged from Gilmour's emotionally intuitive approach. Albums like Animals highlight this contrast, with Waters' dense lyricism complemented by Gilmour's subtle, evocative guitar work. Rather than confrontation, Gilmour responded through music, letting notes carry nuance and emotion. His approach turned potential conflict into creative opportunity, enriching compositions with layered meaning. By remaining patient, attentive, and grounded in musical integrity, he shaped songs that balanced intellect and feeling. These experiences reinforced his belief in quiet leadership and the power of listening. In every studio session, Gilmour demonstrated that influence is not measured by volume or ego, but by the ability to contribute with clarity, sensitivity, and enduring artistry. The Wall, Comfortably Numb. When The Wall was released in 1979, much attention focused on Waters' narrative and lyrics. Yet, it was Gilmour's solos that elevated the album to iconic status. The two-part solo on Comfortably Numb is widely celebrated, not for technical display alone, but for its emotional immediacy. Each note conveys longing, vulnerability, and transcendence, illustrating music's ability to express the ineffable. Gilmour's approach consistently emphasized serving the song, enhancing its feeling rather than dominating it. The solo became emblematic of his philosophy. Music resonates most profoundly when it communicates directly with the heart. Through subtlety, restraint, and emotional precision, Gilmour transformed a rock album into a timeless meditation on human experience, demonstrating the enduring power of sincerity over spectacle. Leading Pink Floyd, the post-Waters era. After Roger Waters departed in 1985, many assumed Pink Floyd's story was ending, yet Gilmour quietly stepped into leadership. Without confrontation or theatrics, he guided the band through albums like A Momentary Lapse of Reason and The Division Bell, preserving Pink Floyd's identity while asserting his own voice. Tracks like High Hopes reflect on memory, passage of time, and the evolution of relationships, blending personal reflection with universal insight. Gilmour's leadership relied on patience, collaboration, and respect for both the music and his bandmates. By remaining consistent and grounded, he demonstrated that influence need not be loud to be effective. He maintained the band's legacy, showing that quiet dedication and emotional honesty can sustain creative enterprises and inspire listeners as profoundly as any flamboyant display. Solo career, finding his voice. Gilmour's solo work provides a window into his personal artistry, independent of Pink Floyd. His debut album, David Gilmour, 1978, is understated and reflective, offering blues-inflected melodies and intimate atmospheres. Later albums, such as About Face and On an Island, allowed him to explore more expressive territory, collaborating closely with his wife, Polly Samson. Her lyrics enriched his music, deepening the emotional narrative and creating space for introspection, love, and family reflections. Rattle That Lock further expanded his exploration, blending jazz, ambient, and rock influences while maintaining the introspective, human-centered approach he favors. Across his solo work, Gilmour demonstrates that music need not be loud to be memorable. Its power comes from sincerity, subtlety, and emotional resonance, qualities that have defined his career and continue to inspire listeners worldwide. Live performances, cinema, and reflection. David Gilmour's live performances are extensions of his artistic philosophy, intimate, meditative, and emotionally immersive. Concerts like Live at Gdansk and Live at Pompeii showcase his ability to transform venues into shared emotional spaces. Whether performing solo, with a band, or alongside an orchestra, he emphasizes atmosphere, storytelling, and connection over technical display or spectacle. Audiences experience music not as a series of songs, but as a living, breathing dialogue. Each note, each pause, invites reflection, allowing listeners to inhabit the emotional landscapes Gilmour creates. His approach illustrates that performance is not about commanding attention, but about offering presence, sincerity, and shared experience. In these concerts, Gilmour demonstrates that music is both intimate and universal, capable of evoking profound feeling in ways words alone cannot. Personal life, private depths. Gilmour's personal life mirrors his artistic approach. reflective, intentional, and guided by integrity. His first marriage to American artist Ginger Gilmour provided stability during a period of professional growth, while his marriage to Polly Samson in 1994 fostered both personal and creative partnership. Polly's contributions to his solo albums deepened his musical expression, allowing exploration of love, family, and human vulnerability. Despite public fame, Gilmour has preserved a private life, creating a sanctuary for relationships and creative work. His approach reflects a principle central to his character: depth matters more than visibility. By prioritizing connection, reflection, and authenticity, he has maintained a life and career that honor both personal and artistic values, proving that privacy and quiet reflection can coexist with extraordinary influence. Principles and integrity. Gilmour's life reflects a consistent alignment between personal values and artistic choices. He approaches decisions with care, prioritizing kindness, collaboration, and thoughtful action. Whether supporting charitable causes, working with partners, or managing Pink Floyd's legacy, he demonstrates integrity and consistency. He does not seek accolades or public validation, instead, trusting that sincerity and thoughtful effort will resonate. This ethical consistency is mirrored in his music, precise, deliberate, and deeply communicative. Through both life and art, Gilmour models an approach where patience, respect, and authenticity are central. In a culture often dominated by spectacle, his example shows that enduring impact is not created through self-promotion, but through commitment to values, artistic excellence, and emotional truth. Legacy and influence. David Gilmour's influence on music is profound, yet understated. His guitar work has reshaped rock, emphasizing emotional resonance and melodic storytelling over technical showmanship. Iconic solos, from Time to Comfortably Numb and Shine on You Crazy Diamond, speak directly to the heart, inspiring generations of musicians such as Mark Knopfler, John Frusciante, and Steven Wilson. Beyond individual technique, Gilmour helped define Pink Floyd's cinematic, meditative soundscapes, creating music that is timeless and emotionally rich. Offstage, his philanthropy, humility, and integrity model a life aligned with principle and reflection. His legacy demonstrates that influence is not measured in fame or flash, but in the capacity to evoke thought, feeling, and introspection, making the listener's experience both personal and universal. Conclusion: silence that speaks. David Gilmour never pursued fame for its own sake. He became legendary through patience, focus, and emotional honesty. In a world often dominated by speed, spectacle, and ego, he exemplifies the power of subtlety, reflection, and sincerity. His music teaches that profound connection arises not from force, but from careful listening, emotional resonance, and presence. Every sustained note, every carefully considered phrase, communicates volumes beyond words. Through his life and work, Gilmour demonstrates that beauty, depth, and integrity are enduring, proving that the quiet, thoughtful path can leave a legacy as powerful as any flamboyant display. His music invites us to pause, reflect, and feel, reminding the world that silence, nuance, and empathy can speak louder than any fanfare.